know it. Everybody know, man. My name Mike. Mikey for real. But I'm getting older now, so I want everybody to call me Mike, man. I'm from Dumfries, VA. You know, straight under Woodbridge, man. I went to Potomac Senior High School, class of 2011. Man. Then I went off to VS. Well, I went to Nova for a year. Transferred to VSU for a semester, which was 2012, fall 2012. Came back home 2013. Knocked out another year at Northern Virginia Community College. From that point forward, I went back to Virginia State in 2014, where I then graduated in 2016, December. Got my bachelor's degree in mass communication. My focus was public relations. At the time, man, I had a couple friends that was really big in sports. Shout out Maurice. Shout out Chris Dub, man. So, you know, I'm thinking they about to go to the league. So I'm like, I'm trying to get my PR stuff for them, man. So that's where that really came from. Being in communications, it helped me just, I'm always around people. I'm good with people. So communications really helped me as far as like learning how to adapt to people, how certain people are going to act in certain environments, and, you know, just knowing a person for what they are and understanding people like where they came from, or, you know what I'm saying, like.
So you went to VSU. Shout out Virginia State. Shout out all the HBCUs across the nation, for real, man.
You know,
it's, you know, we bleed orange and blue. You know.
Yeah.
And there's, and shout out to the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. If y'all can see that, Thurgood Marshall College Fund is a large nonprofit organization that represents HBCUs across the nation. And what they do specifically is they help kids, students, both undergrad and graduate students. They help put money in their pockets. They help find them scholarships, get them job opportunities. And Virginia State is one of those schools that falls under the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. So much love to TMCF. So all right, Bean. So you went to VSU. You graduated mass communications. Learned a lot there, I'm sure. So what's been going on, man? Like, I know you got into the party scene. You was always that dude. Mike would literally, I went to ODU undergrad. Mike would literally pull up on me with like the biggest shout out. Imagine this joint times 3. Mike would pull up at ODU with the big boy bottles.
The big joint, the $100 joint, man. We used to, man, just as far as how I got started, man, you know, we used to, man, shout out Stunner House, man. You know, yeah. We used to throw banging house parties, man. I'm telling you, from the time, I want to say the first house party we ever threw, we didn't throw it, was a sister's party. We was in the 8th grade, man, and you know, she was going into her senior year. We was going into our freshman year because her birthday's in the summertime. Shout out to Alexis, man. So we was going into our freshman year high school, and I remember she didn't really want us to come because we was the little kids, man. So we end up finessing, staying in the house. We went to the party, and from that point forward, it kind of just, I knew the party thing was my thing. So it's like now, you know, that was one of the first parties that I really could remember. Another party I remember was like, I was like in like 6th grade before I even met Bam. Olivia, she had a party in River Oaks, and I was like, I know everybody not gonna know what River Oaks is, but it's just an area around our way. And she was, I think they was like in 7th or 8th grade, and I just remember going to that party. So it's like certain parties I kind of remember in my head that just it just took far. I like having fun. I like having a good time. I like making people have a good time. So I mean, that's kind of where I want to say we had an idea from of start throwing parties. I mean, we just some sociable people. We've always been the cool guys. So I mean, we just always like to have everybody to have a good time. So I could say definitely those 2 parties are probably one of the for sure things of why I wanted to like actually start throwing parties and stuff like that.
Nah, that's dope, bro. That's real dope, man. I think anytime it's hard to figure out what you want to do in this world. There's so many options, and like Mike said, when you get in an environment where you feel comfortable and you feel like, you know, you can lead in that space, well, you know, shout, you know, much love, because people go through their whole lives not, you know, figuring out where they're supposed to fit in. People go to school and major in stuff that they have no interest in.
Right.
And you know, for you to like be like, okay, the party scene is mine. And so like when we talk business on this podcast, on this show, it's like really to help people go from, all right, I know what I want to do, or I've been exposed to some new things. How do I monetize this? How do I turn this into a business? What are the legal things I got to set up? You know, how do I pivot within this space that I'm really interested in? So, okay, yeah, that I remember that party back in 7th grade. The couch,
we was
lit.
That was something for the books, man. Like some, you know, we ain't gonna talk about what happened after, but you know, it's something we always gonna remember, and it stuck with me, man. Then once I started like elevating as far as like going away to school and stuff like that, I kind of wanted to get into the party scene at school, but as most people know, if you went to college, a lot of those colleges already have their set brands that people are already, going hard in at those colleges. So it's kind of hard to maneuver in. And then, one of the main things that you need as far as to build your own self is some money. So, we all college students. I remember at the time I had a girlfriend at the time. I couldn't even buy her some candy around that time. So, I mean, from that point, I just told myself, I was going to stay down and, wait my turn, man. And, once I got able to get my funds to where I was going to need to be, I was going to start doing my own thing. And so that's definitely one of the things I've seen growing, going to VSU, seeing people have their party scenes and the $2 Tuesdays and all that different type of stuff. So I always thought when I went to college, I wasn't as popular as I was at home. At home, I've been living in the same area for 24 years. I knew everybody. Everybody at one point moved to my neighborhood, so I have so many friends based off the people just moving around me. I went to Ripon, so that's another side of Woodbridge. Then just meeting just different people. Everybody moving. This is an area where people move to a lot. So I met a lot of good people. I know a lot of people. So it helped me just be the centerpiece of like just our friends. For example, like rest in peace, Calvin, man. I always just remember I had a conversation with him one day. He was like, man, him and Trevor are two totally opposite different people. So for the people that know who I'm talking about, you wouldn't see them two really talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the example. Trevor got his thing going on, and Calvin got his thing going on. So one day, Calvin told me, he was like, man, you really like the only person that can help me talk to Trevor. And I looked at him like, man, what you talking about, man? And he like, man, nah, you like really a centerpiece, man. Like you could bring certain people together. And I looked at it like, man, you're right, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I take into account when I'm doing certain things, because I can talk to different people. I can maneuver that way. I can, I understand this person's point of view, or I can understand where this person's coming from. And that's just one of the great gifts I do have, and I thank God for every day, because not everybody can do that. And like I said, man, it's just that's one of those things that just is helping me to where I'm at here now. So I definitely do appreciate that as well. Like I said, thank God just for that gift. That's a great gift to have.
A lot of people you hear in the area, and you identify that as one of your strengths. So over the past like 18 months, you taking your strengths of knowing people, of being social, of already like we're gonna talk about. You was on the club scene heavy. Some of all the DC clubs. I'm gonna let you name them from the Blisses to the Opera. So you took that in the past 18 months. You started to like legally like start your business and move towards those steps. What does the last 18 months look like for you?
Man, so if I could, last 18 months, we go back a little further. Just probably last 24, maybe 3 years, man. I was on the club scene hard, man. Man, I was going to Bliss. I was going. There was a club called Look Lounge. Opera my spot. Everybody know that. I was going out Richmond. Mm-hmm. I would come out ODU with them. So I'm out Norfolk. I was in the club, man, and I really enjoyed. I know everybody like, man, they're always spending money in the club and stuff like that. I don't look at it from a money standpoint. I truly have fun in the club. It's one of my enjoyments, so I don't mind doing what I need to do to have fun in the club. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as far as the club scene, man, I've been on the club scene for a while. I started as one of them people, coming to the club. You could tell me any number, I was gonna pay it. I was gonna get the money together with my friends, and even if I had to put up a little bit extra, I didn't mind for us to have a good time. As I started going to the club, a lot of clubs in the city started to notice me. Like I said, shout out to Opera, they gave me the most love. So I had stopped paying a lot of gratuity on my bottles, a lot of extra stuff that the clubs just get over on us, as far as to make their money. I had stopped doing for a while now. So like I said, yeah, I've been in the club scene for a while. So yeah, I mean that's really what it is, man. I like I said, I'm a person. I enjoy the club. Like some people might enjoy, jogging or whatever the case may be. I truly enjoy the club, so that's why I go. I'm young. We at that scene, so I feel like in any cases when it comes to finances and money and stuff like that, you should always want to do something that you like or something that you love. So why not make money off of going to the clubs? Why not make money off of throwing parties if that's something you like to do? Mm-hmm. It's a fun thing to do. It's not super hard work. It's hard work when you chopping everything up and getting insurances and different stuff. We'll catch on that later. But as far as like just having fun, why not make money off of having fun? Like I don't think anybody would not like that. So it's like that's one of the things. One of my main goals is to have my own club or have a couple clubs or a couple lounges and things of that nature. So like I said, me going out, that's the only way I could learn the business, honestly. Seeing how it's ran from different standpoints, different clubs, different people, seeing, their customer service. Because customer service is big to me as far as like going to the club. Honestly, I stopped going to Bliss because of their customer service. Bliss was a very high expensive club at the time. I don't know if everybody's too much familiar with it, but that was the club. They bring in Young Dolph, they bring in Lil Baby, they bring in hot artists out here, and those type of artists. That's where everybody want to go. So I was going to that club faithfully. Got into it one night with one of the owners of the club, and it wasn't too fond of me. I just didn't like how he treated me as far as my customer service, because I was a spender there, and like I said, it's trial and tribulations with everything you do. So one of the things, like I said, it was just going to the club, and like I said, man, it's helping me learn the business as well. So I could say like me being out, me learning different things, and seeing different things, that's really what caught my eye, and it helped me get to where I'm at here now.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. You dropped a lot of gems there, like from one, being in an environment that you love. If you watching this, I'm gonna be real, the demographic that watches this is really ages 21 to 35. Shout out to a lot of new people that have been watching this.
Shout out to the new people, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Like America, man. I looked at our analytics. We had some people from Canada, even I don't know who's watching from Germany, Japan. We got some viewers from there. It might be some military folks we know. We know people all over the world. But shout out to that growing audience. But my point in this demographic, the millennial, is you are not stuck. If you're doing something you really hate, you got to find a way to get out of it. Like your end goal with anything should be to find something that you actually enjoy doing. The money gonna come if you get good at it. The money's definitely gonna come. But you can really just learn, study, move, however, meet the right people that get into an environment that you like. You owe yourself that at least. So all right, so you was in the scene. You was learning operations, learning how everything moving there, and we got to tell them a quick little story about Opera, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle as well.
Okay, yeah.
Rest in peace, Nip, man. So what? That was February 2018, your birthday?
I want to say, yeah, it was 2018.
It was February 2018.
Yeah, because he died in 2019.
Yeah, he died March 19.
So February 2018. It was crazy. I had got a couple sections at Opera. It was my 25th birthday, I want to say. 25th birthday. So it was my 25th birthday. Rounded up all my guys, man, and a couple of my homegirls, and we went out to Opera. And everybody was telling me, man, it was like, yeah, Nipsey gonna be there, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie on this camera like I was a big Nipsey fan, because I wasn't. But a lot of people was just saying, Nipsey gonna be here. Nipsey gonna be here. It's his album release party. A couple of my friends, shout out Young Raj. You know what I'm saying? A couple of my friends, man.
So Young Raj,
they was definitely on it, and so we stepped in the club, man, and our section ended up being literally right next to Nipsey's section. So majority of my friends, homegirls, they got clips and videos of Nipsey's album release party for his last album before he died. It's a special moment just because I know he touched so many people's heart as far as in that environment that day, and I just I'm thankful just to have been able to bring my homegirls and my friends around that for the last time, because I think that might have probably been his last time in DC maybe prior to him dying. So that was big for us, to be the people, like we literally are standing literally right next to him. Like I'm telling, we got clips just everybody the biggest fan on their phone, and everybody looking, and it was a good time, man. Like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan, but I enjoyed it for my people. So and like I said, that's one of the things I love to see. I love to see people happy, and especially in that environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's something big that happened for us, and it was a good time, man.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's the dope thing about the club, is that you gonna meet the most plugged in, powerful people in your area. I mean, you literally go to the club and you not just you meeting all types of people. Everybody's out to have a good time. You meet people that's coming from out of town. You never know who you can run into in a party. Like, you haven't been to a good party and met a new friend, and you ain't really been to no lit parties before. So yeah, rest in peace, Nip. That was a crazy neighborhood Nip, man. That was
it was a crazy night, man.
Hell of a night.
We thought we was some movie stars, man. You should have seen us after, man. Shout out Meet Shoots had the camera, man. We going up, man. We had the rentals. We was acting crazy, man.
Nah, that's real. So I'm gonna touch one more point about the club, like from a business aspect, and then we're gonna pivot a little bit. Cause you said something earlier about I even saw something on Instagram, people talking about buying a $150 bottle that's $40. I saw that on Instagram this past week. I look at it like this: people pay a premium for a lot of things in this world. Every time somebody touch something, you're gonna end up paying more for it if it's being sold to you.
For sure.
But if you're in the space, like if you're in the space of Mike, and that's what your business is, that's a tax write-off. I'm not a tax advisor. This is not CPA professional advice. I gotta say that, but I will say I know enough to know that if you throw parties, let's say you do $50,000 in parties, but you go into the club to meet new party promoters or to tell people about your event next week, and you drop $3,000 on a section, well, that's a business expense to you. I know a lot of people, especially in our community, are starting to realize a lot of stuff they pay for can be an expense, but don't get greedy with it. What I mean is, you can't say that you had $20,000 of expenses from the club and something else, but you only made $5,000. After a while, that doesn't look good. How you spending all this money, but you're not making any money? That's how you get set up with tax audits and stuff. So just keep that in the back of your head, that a lot of the stuff that that we do as a community, it's a tax write-off. It's a business. You're growing your band. You're growing your brand. Most businesses lose money in the first few years that they're getting started up. So just always keep that in the back of your mind. So dope, bro. So from from knowing people around the community, going to Virginia State, getting the degree, learning the club scene even more throughout your mid-20s, early mid-20s. Some of the events you've done like recently, like what's been some learning experiences, man? Because it's kind of crazy how it ties in with some of the stuff on this platform too.
Okay, so I want to say, we personally in Dumfries, we have thrown 2 parties. One show I threw with some of my friends, Micah. Shout out to Charles, man. Rest in peace, Charles, man. They came to me with an opportunity where they knew I knew a lot of people in the area, and I could be a face of a party. So we threw we had Fat Trail come down here, Free Fat Trail, man. We had Fat Trail come down here in September of 2018, and like I said, we live in a small area. We're from the southern part of Woodbridge, which is Dumfries, and not a lot of people know what Dumfries is. So we threw a party, man, and we had 450 to 500 people inside of a Dumfries place, a Dumfries environment, and it was big, man, because one, like I said, don't nobody be, especially from up north, they don't try to come south to party. That's one thing. So that's already one of the hardest things to get people want to go north to party from here, and anything southern, Fredericksburg, they got their own area, and anything for real after that is Richmond. So our little area is very tough to get people to come out here to. So you gotta do stuff to attract people to get here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we had Fat Trail. He's one of the hardest DC artists out now. Even him being incarcerated, he's still name still buzz. So we had Fat Trail come out here. Like I said, shout out to Micah, shout out to Charles. Definitely do want to just give that shout out. Just appreciate them for just even giving me that opportunity, or putting that battery in my back to you can do this. Yeah. So we threw the party. I didn't really put any money into the party. I got paid for actually having the party as my face, but I know it wasn't a good comeback as far as investing into the party. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure, if I want to say Charles lost off of the party, Charles and Michael lost, but it was definitely a good experience for them. So later on in that year, we were supposed to do one for Black Friday. Didn't happen. And then, man, I gotta talk about this. We had so we was doing a light show party January of 2019, still in the same spot in Dumfries. And I'm telling you, man, shout out Light Show, that was going to be the best party that we had so far.
Thanks.
Light Show had got on, he got on IT that morning. He was in Atlanta, and I remember he put Dumfries VA See You Tonight, and the city's environment was just, it was so intense. It was so live that day, man. And I was on the way to go pick up my little cousin. She was one of my bartenders, or bottle girls or something from Outhampton, and I got the call from Charles, man, and he was telling me, man, he was like, man, yeah, Dumfries, they saying that we need this permit. And I'm like, man, you ain't get the permit, man. So they was calling, they said, so it was a Friday, of course. So, just a stepping stone, in the road, man, they tried to tell us it was like Robert E. Lee Day. It was like a Virginia holiday, so everything was closed in Dumfries. So we couldn't even get the permit, so we had to cancel the party. Come to find out, the permit didn't even exist. But man, that was one of the biggest, that's when I knew I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I could get 500 people in Dumfries for sure. Like, when I mean that day alone, my phone was jumping, man. Like, I felt like a movie producer or something, or, like a big promoter, just my phone line was going crazy, man. And I really, it was an L, because we didn't do the party, but it was a win because I knew I had the crowd. And then from that point forward, man, at that point I was like, man, I think it's time to do my own thing. So later on that year, I want to say, what was it, June 2019? Yeah, June 2019. Mm-hmm. Got a couple of my friends together. Shout out Carrie.
What's up, Bert?
Micah and Stunner here and Trevor here. We all went in together, man, and we decided to do our own show, man. And from a business ass point, we lost.
Yeah,
very,
we lost.
Very big. But it was a great learning experience, man, because it's so much people don't understand when it comes to throwing parties and different venues where, the venue might not have a liquor license, you got to get a liquor license. The venue might not cover this party, so you got to get your own insurance. And, it was so much that we sat on the phone for hours talking about what we were going to do, how we were going to do it, the money we were going to put up. And we literally, between the four of us, put up $20,000 in a month. And it's a blessing because at that time, I was going through a rough time, and man, I didn't even know how I was going to even, afford to even put up my half of the show. And, just with God's grace, I was able to received the money. I had started working around that time, so I was a couple checks in and stuff like that, man. So, I just tell people, man, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, and even if you might not come up off the reward or come up off the risk, I should say not the reward, but come up off the risk, man. Everything is a learning experience, man. So even though, I don't even think we made back 25%.
No,
even what we put up, we lost bad. I mean, we bought 100 bottles, bro.
Yeah.
So we bought 100 bottles thinking we was gonna make the money off the bottles, and that's one thing about not being in DC. People don't really buy bottles, so when you're not there, so that was one of the L's we took. But like I said, man, it was a great learning experience. We had an artist named I Am No Feast come out here. He hit the stage, and then we was bringing awareness to other artists in the community and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm more just about the people, man, and a good time. At the end of the day, God will always be on my side. So at the end of the day, man, I just knew, just going through that actual party motion that, we, even though we lost, like it was a great lesson, man. It was a very great lesson.
Nah, that's facts, man. You said, bro, like we came together, put up 20 G's in like a month. We lost bad.
But we lost, bro.
It's all it's all good, cause that proved to me, like, I didn't have any doubts, because when our circle is solid, but doing business with friends and family is different, and our experience, because we all professional, and my point is when you're doing business with friends and family, it can't all be verbal. You got to get stuff down. You got to have spreadsheets. You got to know what the numbers. Everybody has to have visibility into what's going on, so nobody feels like they're getting played or it's not communicated well. Our people can thrive, friends and family, in the business aspect, if we just handle it the right way. You agree?
Definitely, bro. We did it. I can say, as far as like what we did for that show, man, it taught me so much, because I'm more on the the people side. I'm more on the promotion, the flyers, interacting with who's gonna come, who's gonna do what girls am I gonna have be bottle girls, what girls are gonna be bartenders, who gonna help me out, and this, that, and third. And it helped me, because dealing with Trevor and Carrie, they're very business minded. So I needed that for my future ventures, because at the end of the day, man, that's their profession. That's what they're good at, and these are two people that I truly trust. So I know, with them handling the back end of things, I can focus more on the party itself, and I think that's kind of where we went wrong. I was still caught up into the business aspect of it as well, so it just, it didn't go as planned as far as for the people, and I seen the fall from previous events and things of that nature. We also had just talking. We had a couple other parties. I had a birthday party that right before that in February at Hashtag Lounge. It did numbers. We're building and we're growing, man, and I'm loving what's going on here. Like, honestly.
Bro, trusting that process. So So what's some things you might have coming up? Tell us a little bit more about the brand and vision. What's up with all that, bro?
So, man, I went ahead and LLC'd Indaskreet Entertainment at the beginning of this year. We actually did it on January 1st of 2020. So I got the name Indaskreet, man, from one of my homeboys. Currently doing some time. Shout out Linda, man, and Indaskreet, man, it sounds a little more harsh than what it is, and just I want to kind of just explain what Indaskreet means to me. Indaskreet is not saying in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, Indaskreet is meaning it gives you a couple different aspects. If you look at the logo, it's a female with a ski mask on, and what I'm trying to say is, she's indiscreet. Like, you don't even know who that is under that mask, and that's one point that I have. It's like, I'm a background type of guy. I don't really, I don't want to be the face of things where, I'm the rapper or I'm the, I'm just more in the back, man, and I like it like that. That's one part of the name, and then Indaskreet, man, it just means like actually just being in the streets, man, just like being around the way, knowing people, talking to people, and just trying to get together with other people, trying to see their visions and how we can bring that together as one thing, and just working with the community, man. And that's really where the brand name came from. Just to explain it, I don't want everybody to think it's some harsh name and he's trying to be rah rah and tough, and that's not the case at all. Like I said, it's just two different visions in my aspect as far as what we got going on, man. I haven't really been doing too much with the brand. With COVID, the stuff I do, it deals with people, and with COVID, that's something that we can't have. People can't really be around each other, so I haven't really been doing nothing this year, but just brainstorming. I had a lot of stuff planned out. Just look out for different kids events. I have a lot of kids events coming up in the next couple of years, as far as like back to school drives, toy drives, giving away to the homeless. We gonna have a lot of stuff in store for the community, man. And I want everybody to just be well prepared, ready to go, because when I drop, I'm gonna drop, man. And once this COVID stuff is over, we gonna hit the ground, man. And I want to bring people together. I'm asking just from this episode, if you have any ideas or anything you want to do, you might be, don't want to reach out or don't want to, I'm all for, teaming up, brainstorming. We all can get together. This is our community, you know what I'm saying? Our kids got to grow up here, we got to live here. And I feel like as far as the community coming together, we can all just be together.
That's what's up, bro. Congrats on all your success in advance, man. 2020 is a planning year. It's a planning year where you can just take a step back and look at everything that's going on, man. We're in a blessed position to even, be able to be here, and be able to still plan and execute for the months ahead, man. So much blessings and much love to you, bro. As I know you got some things in store, man. So Mike, bro, we appreciate you being on, man. The Saving Set platform. Get with Mike. Where can they follow you at on social media, man?
Follow me on social media, man. I can't even think offhand. I want to say my Instagram is _Zoeworld, Zoe World, WORLD. Contact me on Instagram. That's the best place to find me. I'm on Twitter as well, man. I'm on all social media. Follow me on Snapchat, Beans _Z3. That's the best place to hit me, man. Just hit me on the social medias, man, and I definitely can get back to you, man. Indaskreet page coming soon. So y'all just be on the lookout for all that, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all get with Beans, man. If y'all can't reach Beans, y'all reach me, because me and Beans talk very often. Any business y'all want to do, in the community, in the DMV, like Beans said, it's always open collaboration, because
we're here for all that, man. Like I said, we here for all the collaborations. There's no hate in my blood, man. Like I said, I'm a type of guy, man. I want to see everybody win, man. Especially in our community, as a black community, man. We need to uplift each other more, man. And like I said, man, we can just all get together. Teamwork. Like they said, teamwork make the dream work. And there's no I in team, man. There's no everybody. We all gotta help each other. You know what I'm saying? That's just really can be, man.
That's real, bro. We really appreciate you, man. A few things on the notes. Appreciate everyone that's been supporting the platform. Another classic episode around the social side of Saving Sit, man. Just relax sometimes. Mikey always gotta tell me that sometimes, relax and enjoy your fruit. See you later.
Hard worker, man.
Running. Take a step back, because when you look up, you old. Memories is all you got, and I'm glad to this point in our life we got a lot of good memories, from on the social scene, and even more just serious stuff. That's what really matters in life. So y'all subscribe, y'all share, y'all get with Beans. Let's collaborate. Let's work.